Now let me say some words at you. What we have here is obviously another fantastic Zippo product. Now, what I wanted for a while is one of these hip flasks, because I always thought that that was kind of cool and kind of gentlemanly, but it's also kind of the image of the hobo that you see down there living on a box in the corner. I don't know, it's just something that I've always wanted to, have a nice flask filled with your favorite adult beverage. Adult beverage, ooh, they're all scary, even though America has the highest drinking age ever, and in other countries they're not even considered adult beverages. That's besides the point. That's a different rant that I've had many times before. But what this is the, obviously, Zippo lighter and flask gift set. See, it says it right there. Obviously, it's branded by Jack Daniels. So I wanted a flask, and every single flask I saw online pretty much had the same reviews of, yeah, it's not great quality, it leaves a crappy taste in your liquor, and I don't particularly want that. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be any better. In fact, when I realized that this flask was made in China to Zippo quality standards, we'll get to that in a second, it probably is just not that great quality. But I have to say that I do trust Zippo, so I'm hoping they'll come through with their other things that aren't made in America to Zippo quality standards, such as the hand warmer. They've actually done a pretty good job, so we'll just see how it goes with this. But looking around the box here, what we have is the lighter flask gift set. Obviously, we have the lighter over here, and here's the flask, and that's the front of it. Looking on the side here, here's all the information that you would get on the back of a normal Zippo. Here it says, Zippo, Bradford, Pennsylvania, Zippo Manufacturing Company. Here's the information if you want to buy it. It's 24052 Jack Daniels lighter / flask. And it says genuine Zippo lighter made in USA, like all Zippos have been and will be for the remainder of eternity. But Flask produced to Zippo quality standards in China. Is that a marketing ploy, or did they really do that? I don't know. We'll find out. Is it just some cheap rebranded flask? I'm not sure. Again, we'll find out. And on the back here, there's a little story. I could read this whole thing to you, but you can pause that there. And it mentions that the flask is in fact 3 ounces, so that's a bit smaller than your normal flask, but just wanted something little, little, take a few shots. 3 could either be 3 shots or it could be 2 shots, depending on whether you do 1 ounce shots or 1.5 ounce shots, which are both standard shot sizes. I think one might be a shot, one might be a jigger. I've always wondered that, never found it out. If you know what an actual shot is, the difference between a shot and a jigger, please post that in the comments, because I've been wondering that for a while. And down the bottom, it's information about actual Jack Daniels whiskey. And let me tell you something about Jack Daniels whiskey in a second. I'll hold off on that for a second. Here's the other side there. It just says lighter flask gift set. Top is bare. Bottom is bare. So we're going to break into this now. And actually, as I'm breaking into this, let's see how we do it here. Apparently there is a little flap here that you lift up. Carefully, of course. Gingerly, of course. There we are. I lifted it up. Push the tab up here, and out comes this. This would make a really nice gift, though, because Zippos always make great gifts. Okay, then take this little plastic thing off. Let's see if I'm doing this correctly here. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to take a look at that in a second. We'll put the flask off to the side for a second, and keep the lighter here. Okay, now what they've done with the lighter here is pretty obvious. They have taken just the plastic insert from one of the Zippo cases, which I have billions of. Let me grab one. They've just taken, and if you've never done this, let me show you something cool about your Zippo cases. They've just taken this plastic part here, move that off to the side for a second, and didn't give you a box. I don't know if that's kind of cheap, but then again, I have millions of those cardboard boxes. I'm not going to be complaining too much about it. They just took the plastic part and put the lighter in there. Take a look at the lighter. I'm sure it says something behind it as well. Wow, it's a very nice lighter. It is high polish chrome. And yeah, that is high polish, right? It's not black ice. Yeah, it's high polish chrome. It says, let's focus on this. It says, got to get the light on there so we can actually focus. Jack Daniels number 7, the whiskey. And it's on high polish. This has like a frosted feel to it. But as you can see, it's high polish. There's a sad onion who's probably a little too young to be drinking, mister. On the bottom, let's see when this was manufactured. Oh my god, do I actually have one from May 2012. So this is my first, no, actually I think it's my second 2012 lighter, but hey, they still make them. So that's really cool. I like this lighter. That's going to be doing something special in my collection, I'm sure. Put this back in, get it off to the side for a second. And let's look at the flask here. By the way, all the information, because it just came in a box, it didn't come in the Zippo cardboard box. It just came in that little plastic thing, didn't come in the cardboard box. Here's your standard instruction manual that comes with all of them. Should have been updated in 2007, which, yes, it has. I wonder when they're actually going to update these instructions. How often do Zippo instructions change? Not very often. So, there's that. Throw that off to the side here. I see some instructions for the flask. We'll take a look at those in just a second. And we'll look at the flask. Now, before I actually take a look at the flask, or as we're looking at it, let me tell you something about what I did tonight. I knew I was going to review this, so I went around looking for some whiskey. I went to the liquor store to go get some whiskey to put in here and say, hey, you know, it makes it taste bad, it makes it taste great, whatever. And I not only was the liquor store not open, it didn't exist anymore. My local liquor store apparently closed down without my knowledge. So I drove all the way out just to get a bottle of whiskey for this review to put in here, and the liquor store had closed down. I think it did it just to smite me. That is not good. But I'll have to go to another local liquor store, one that I've in fact never been to, one of those big conglomerate superstore things. So that should be a thrill. I'll try to get that as soon as possible. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect anything to be on the bottom here, except that glaring Made in China sticker, which we'll just go ahead and get rid of that right now. You know, I've heard that these Made in China stickers themselves are not actually made in China. I think they're made in, like, Thailand or something. There's a little tidbit that you learn for the day. Let's get off of there. Ah, and it left gum on there, so I'll have to get some lighter fluid to take that off. But what does it say here on the bottom? Stainless steel flask, 3 ounces, 2011, Jack Daniels, all rights reserved, registered trademark and copyright. And it says Jack Daniels number 7 on the front. It's got a nice feel to it. It really does. It doesn't feel, you know, thin or cheap. It's got a nice brushed stainless steel. It's not plastic or anything. It's got a nice brushed stainless steel on there. Let's see if the actual lid comes off here. Not bad. The threading's pretty nice. And it folds out of the way. I could see myself drinking out of that. I, in fact, have a little funnel to go put the actual whatever I decide to put in there with. That's coming a few days later, but it's got a nice seal there. We'll see. We'll see how it works, but there aren't actually instructions for it. But yeah, it's got a nice brushed feeling, nice weight to it. I wouldn't complain. It looks like it could actually, you know, looks like it's not bad. Let's see what the instructions they give you are on a single sheet of a fortune cookie paper here. Directions for use: stainless steel is especially designed to carry alcoholic beverage. It should not be used for beverages with acid content such as fruit juices or cordials. This flask should provide you years of use. Follow these rules. Let's see what the rules are. Let me see here. Let me read them. Rinse the inside of the flask with clean water before filling. Always empty the flask after each use. Do not store alcohol in the flask longer than 2 days, as it will affect the flavor of the alcohol. Didn't I just mention that? And the flask, if the flask is leather wrapped, do not wash the leather when cleaning. It's not dishwasher safe. So, people weren't lying when they said it can affect the flavor of the alcohol. Now, being as it's 3 ounces, I don't really see alcohol staying in there longer than a day or so. It'll probably be if I'm going out somewhere, and of course, you know, legally, of course, you wouldn't be snaking this into some place that you're not supposed to, you deviants. But, you know, if I was going to go to a party or something and I just wanted to have a few shots for myself, here we go, that would be nice. Oh, or if I'm just going to take a walk in the woods or something and I want a nice shot there, that would be useful for that. So, all in all, I think it's a pretty nice set. The flask is actually a nicer feeling than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be cheap and tinny, but it's got a nice, you know, nice weight to it, and we'll see how it actually works. I can't guarantee things one way or the other. You won't see this video until I actually drink out of it, though, because I'm going to go get that liquor, and then I'm going to put it in there and leave it in there for 2 days, and then taste it, and we'll see how that works out for us. And that's about it for now. So I guess I will see you in at least 2 days when I go ahead and try this out. And I'll tell you my final thoughts on this. So far, I'm liking it. It's a really nice Zippo, and it's a flask. If it works, it's going to get a thumbs up from me. I'll see you in a few days. Okay, so it's been a few days, and the very keen-eyed viewers will notice that the shadows have moved from coming in that direction to that direction because I've changed the lights around so I can read a little bit better in my room. But that's besides the point. So we're going to try it here. It's been just under 2 days. Like the manual says, you don't want to leave the liquor in there more than 2 days. About 2 days ago, less than, though, because I don't want to violate their rules, I put some Jack Daniels American Honey in there, It's very flavorful, and it's good stuff. I really do enjoy that stuff. So if there is a change that has been imparted by this stainless steel flask, I will know about it, and I will let you know. I have two different manners here. I have my very adult-oriented Mickey Mouse whiskey drinking glass here to drink it on the rocks, and then I'll do a shot if I haven't noticed any extremely foul taste here. I don't want to start with the shot and have it taste like refried anus and then puke it all back up all over the screen. Let's not do that. So let's go ahead here and see what it looks like coming out of this thing. I hope it's not like green or something. Hasn't leaked though, so that's good. Alright, just a tad. Put the lid back on. Certainly smells like whiskey, I'll tell you that much. As you can see, looks pretty good. I don't notice any large color changes. Looks like whiskey. Let's give her a taste. Bottoms up. Nope, tastes like whiskey to me. Tastes like whiskey to me. So, now I don't prefer to drink warm. By the way, this has not been kept in a fridge or a freezer where I normally keep my liquor in the freezer, but I wanted to do that because I thought that warm would draw any flavors out of the stainless steel if there was going to be one. And it's also more of a real test because you're not going to probably have your flask in the fridge or freezer. It's more like if you're going to take it somewhere. So we'll do a shot of it, and that'll be our final test here without any ice at all. Got a little condensation in there because this was kept in the freezer. Alright. Don't want to spill it over here. And I did measure, and it comes to about this. I realized that this is a 1.5 ounce shot glass. It comes to about pretty much 2 of these. It comes to pretty much 2 of these shot glasses here. So, alright, let's do a shot of this and see what it tastes like. I don't like warm shots that much, though. Like I said, I like them ice cold, especially this Tennessee honey stuff. Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey. I do prefer it ice cold, but we don't have ice cold because it was kept in the glass, so let's stop complaining. My bottom's up, eh? That's some good stuff. And yeah, tastes like Jack Daniel's Tennessee honey. No flavor imparted. So I guess you're pretty safe for 2 days. Hasn't leaked, hasn't put any flavor on the stuff, and maybe I'll die from lead poisoning even though it's stainless steel. But that's basically my thoughts on the Zippo flask and lighter gift set. And you should go out and buy it, especially if you're interested in a flask. You can get it as a gift for somebody that is a drinker of the fine adult liquor spirits. And if you like Zippos, you know it's just a nice thing to have. Alright, thanks for watching this video, and bottoms up. Take it easy. Don't take it easy just yet, because as I finish off this last drop here, that's some good stuff. As I finish off that, I would like to mention the price, because I didn't mention that. I don't know why. I kind of got a little lost in the moment. Blame it on the alcohol, am I right? It was actually very well priced, because you got the whole lighter and the whole flask, and shipping, because shipping was free with my Amazon Prime, for $29.99. That's not a bad price, considering some of the nicer lighters, and that's no exception. That lighter is pretty nice. They can go for $25 themselves. So add a flask to that, not bad. So I can only recommend it. So $29.99 was the price. Now you know. Now you can take it easy.